All right. Quickly, I'm gonna just make a little short video. I'm gonna go over with you guys on horror movies that you guys should definitely watch. So here's the top 5 horror movies you guys should definitely watch that came out in the 1970s. No, not that one. Why? Because it was made by you know who. Oh, shut up, Henry. Anyways, yeah. Starting in at this list at number 5, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with uh, A Bay of Blood. Yeah, I'm gonna go with A Bay of Blood. A good movie, definitely inspired Friday the 13th Part 2, especially one scene that's in this movie. You know, yeah, wow, yeah. This is the movie that Christopher Lee walked out of. Yeah, Christopher Lee walked out of this movie. Yeah, Christopher Lee, the man who loved horror movies, walked out of this movie. Yeah, I can just imagine him saying, well, the reason I did that is because I hated the fucking movie. Ah, man. But anyways, yeah, the movie itself um, isn't really a bad movie. It's pretty good, pretty graphic, and pretty cool and disturbing. I liked it. So yeah, quite disturbing, pretty graphic, and cool. I liked it. Um, Now, moving on to number 4. For number 4, I'm gonna give it to well. What do you think I'm gonna give it to, huh? Huh? Well, I'm gonna actually give it to Dawn of the Dead. Yeah. Um, Dawn of the Dead is actually a pretty damn good movie. Damn. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead is a pretty good movie. So I'm gonna give it to that one. For some reason, it came out in the United States and Italy. I mean, it came out in the United States and Italy. It came out in Italy before it came out to the United States. Before it was made in America. How the fuck was that possible? And in case you guys notice, the movie is called Zombie Day of the Dead. Yeah. The movie Zombie Flesh Eaters is a sequel to Dawn of the Dead. But not really. Well, it's an unofficial sequel. Brains. Tarman, get the hell out of here. This is the last time. Oh, you're no fun. So yeah, a good movie. So I'll give it to that. Number 3, the number third spot. I'm gonna give it to the movie. They Came from Within. Um, yeah, They Came from Within. If you haven't seen this movie, They Came from Within, also known as I think it's also called Slither or Sliv or some shit like that. Sliver, I think it's also called some shit like that, something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna give that movie. Seeing that back in 2015, I think it was when the first time I seen it, or 2014, that movie fucking scared the fuck out of me. That movie scared the fuck out of me. If you guys haven't seen that movie, you should go and check it out. That movie, They Came from Within. Yeah. I forgot what it's also called again. I think it's called Slither as well, or something like that. Anyways, that movie is fucking creepy. The the beginning is somewhat controversial because of some inappropriate lines that are in it. Yeah. Especially involving that old man who got his throat slit. And I think it's by Cronenberg. Um yeah, who I think is still very much alive. Yeah. David Cronenberg, I think is his name. Or is it Steven Cronenberg? You idiot. You're thinking of Steven Gutenberg, you moron. Oh. And you were right the first time. Oh, okay. Asshole. Ding. Anyways, yeah, the movie I guess was directed by David Cronenberg, who did the remake of The Fly, which I was okay with. I just wasn't that big of a fan of that one as I was the original with Vincent Price. I know, controversial topic. I know, but anyways, the movie. Sorry, the movie was actually pretty damn good. And you know, I liked the movie They Came From Within. If you guys haven't seen They Came From Within, please check it out. Trust me, you won't regret it. It is fucking creepy though. Number two. The second spot is kind of hard on what I was going to give the second spot to. So I decided to give it to The Devil's Times 5. I know. I guess it's considered a public domain film and is considered kind of hard to find. I don't know how it became a public domain movie. I guess the company that originally owned the rights went bankrupt, I guess. Or should I say belly up. The movie's good. I used to hate it, but I just didn't like the ending. It was one of those movies that it's good, but you don't want to watch it again because the ending fucking blew. You know, the ending sucks, you know. But other than that, I actually thought the movie was an okay movie. Not a terrible film. I liked the movie, you know? What the fuck? Oh, okay. Ow. Anyways, yeah. Not a bad film. Pretty good. You know, even though I consider it a one and done film, but some people like the movie, some people hate the movie. But to me, it's a classic that is really you want to watch it just once and that's it. Yeah. And number one, last but not least, 1974's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, no one, some horror movie fans out there truly consider the OG Texas Chainsaw Massacre film to be one of their favorites. It's in my top 100 list of my favorite horror movies. Yes, I have a top 100 list of my favorite movies. I don't know. Should I do a special video called Top 100 Horror Movies, but make it like separate videos, 25 titles in every single video? Sorry. Yeah, but there's a lot of horror movies that I want to watch and then give them a review. And if I like them, I like them. And if I don't like them, you know. But yeah, anyways, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a good movie. Not a terrible film. Some people hate the movie. Some people love the movie. Or they hated it and they loved it. Or they loved it and they hated it. You know, some people hated it at first. Some people fell in love with it later on. When I first seen this movie when I was younger, I was quite scared of it. But then I just realized it was just a guy dressed up who was basically mentally handicapped who I actually have sympathy for, you know? Now, in this movie, he's not as he is. He's kind of a victim because of his family on what they did to him. They basically put in his mind, you can't trust the people out there, and all that shit. And he's scared because these people are going into his house, and he's like, and then the one scene where he's looking out the window, he's like, where are these people coming from? What did I do? Oh, what did I do? He was basically freaking out because he doesn't know where the fuck these people are coming from. He doesn't know where the fuck they're coming from. And in Texas Chainsaw 3D, he's not considered an anti-hero. But to me, in that movie, he is an anti-hero. Even though he did kill people, yes, he's considered an anti-hero in that movie, in my opinion. A lot of people consider him an anti-hero in that movie. Why? Because, well, they fucking killed his family. They killed his family, and then, at the end, when Leatherface, blah, 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 yes, it has a stupid line that I hate. Oh, do your thing, cuz. Brum, brum, brum. Oh, do your thing, cuz. How about you show your tits next time, cuz? Oh. Sorry. But that scene there, oh, that was fucking hot. Oh. I guess they actually wanted to show her breast, but her agent was like, no, she's too young. Well, at the time, she was like, I think, when the movie came out, I think she was like 24, and she started working on the movie when she was like 23. So her agent was like, no, we don't want that, blah, 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 blah. And all that bullshit. Anyways, the movie is actually quite good. I liked it. So yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre at number 1. It deserves its spot. So yeah, next time, I might do a top 5 horror movies from the 1980s. Until next time, this is your boy, Son of the Maniac. And remember, never stop watching horror movies. I'm back. My father, who was the maniac from the 1980 film Maniac. Son of the Maniac. Rated R.